How come you don't know Stens?
I do know Stens.
I grew up watching movies about World War II, and what I had seen in movies of the era were these machines of war that you always saw.
On Allied, we started with a huge selection of weapons that we could use for this period, the 1940, 41, up to 44 period. We condensed it down to the most popular and the most recognisable weapons at the time. Every gun we use, apart from usually in a stunt, where the gun is dropped or somebody's hit, are real. We restrict them to fire only blanks. The Sten gun, it's such an iconic gun and it's so historic that I'm surprised it hasn't been featured before as much as it is in this. The Sten guns that we're using are about 50 to 60 years old. It's a very simple design, basically just a tube with a bolt inside it. This started off as a generic Mark II Sten, and we've extended the barrel on it, and we've increased the size of the ventilated handguard on it, basically for ease of movement, and it looks better on camera. For German officers, we have the PO8 Luger 9mm, which is also an iconic gun. The 9mm Luger round fits perfectly into the 7.65 Walther PPK, which was a Gestapo and a detective gun. The British Army ended up with these, which are the P14s, which they had from 1940 onwards. This is Max's service revolver, which is the Mark IV Webley & Scott revolver, which is a 38. Very easy gun to operate. The armourers in the movie, basically, we have to make sure all the guns are safe and working. We train the actors in the safe use and to look like they know what they're doing. Marianne, I don't think she'd ever fired anything like this before, and so I did about 4 or 5 hours training in the morning, and she was confident by the end of that. Brad was very good. I got him to fire the gun, empty it, clear it, change the magazine, cock it, fire it again, while he's moving, looking at different targets. And he picked it up very quickly. When we did the day at the embassy, they had a huge, big table which was dressed with trays, champagne glasses, bottles, and the guns were preset underneath. So when Brad lifts the table up, throws it forward, they're then able to just take the gun straight out. Then they have to physically cock the weapons and then start firing. There's so many factors play into those scenes. Both him and Marianne were very competent because of the initial training we did.
That was great to have this time, you know, preparing, because it was really important that you believe that we were actually shooting. So they did a really amazing job.
To me, as an armourer, they look good in the role when they're actually firing the Stens and moving around. They both did very, very well.
Being good at this kind of work is not very beautiful.
Yeah, I like that.